Have you ever reached that moment in life? That quiet and settling moment where everything just stops, and you ask yourself, how did I end up here? You did everything you were supposed to do. You followed the rules, you put in the effort, you waited patiently, you hoped for the best. And yet, somehow, life still feels incomplete. There's a piece of the puzzle missing. The truth, the one we often don't want to hear, is that life doesn't change in those big, dramatic, movie-like moments. It doesn't transform overnight. Life changes in the small, quiet choices. The ones no one else sees. The decisions you make in the solitude of your own mind. Every single morning, when you open your eyes, you are presented with a choice. It's not about what you'll have for breakfast or what you'll wear. It's a deeper choice, the choice to grow or the choice to stay comfortable. Comfort feels so good, doesn't it? It's warm, it's familiar, it's safe. It's a cozy blanket on a cold day. Growth, on the other hand, feels terrifying. It's stepping out into the unknown, into the storm, without a map or a guarantee. Comfort whispers in your ear, just stay where you are. It's not that bad, really. You have everything you need. Why risk it? But then, there's another voice, a much quieter one, almost a whisper from your soul. It's the voice of growth. And it says, but you were meant for more than this. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young man who found himself standing at a crossroads. It wasn't a literal one with dirt paths, but a crossroads in his life. One road was wide, paved, and incredibly familiar. He had walked it for years. It was easy. There were no surprises, no risks, no tough questions, and absolutely no change. It was predictable. The other road was different. It was narrow, and paved, and disappeared into a thick fog. It was completely uncertain. There was no clear destination, no signposts telling him what to expect. There was only a single, small, hand-carved sign at the entrance. It had just one word on it, growth. He stood there for a long, long time, just staring at these two paths. The weight of the decision felt immense. He knew that choosing the familiar road, the path of comfort, meant he wouldn't have to face any pain. He wouldn't have to struggle. But he also knew, deep down, that it meant no progress. He would be the same person a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Then he looked at the other path. Choosing growth meant embracing fear. It meant accepting that he would make mistakes, that he would feel lost and maybe even lonely at times. But it also held a promise, the promise of becoming the person he was always meant to be, the person he dreamed of being in his quietest moments. He stood there and a slideshow of his past excuses played in his mind, all the times he had said, "I'll start tomorrow," all the times he had told himself, "I'm just not ready yet," all the times the paralyzing question, "But what if I fail?" stopped him in his tracks, and in that moment of reflection, a painful realization hit him like a tidal wave. Every single time he didn't actively choose, he was still making a choice. By not choosing growth, he was, by default, choosing comfort. He was choosing to stay the same. He thought about how the days had slipped by, turning into weeks, then months, then years, and with each passing year, a quiet, nagging feeling had been growing inside him. It was regret. The regret for the chances not taken, the dreams not pursued. So he took a breath, and he stepped forward, onto the narrow and certain path. Not because he suddenly felt confident. Not because he was finally ready. He wasn't. He was terrified. He stepped forward because he was more tired of staying the same than he was scared of changing. The pain of stagnation had finally become greater than the fear of the unknown. That road was every bit as hard as he imagined. He stumbled, he fell. He got scraped and bruised. There were countless moments of self-doubt where a voice screamed at him to just turn back, to run back to the safety of the familiar road. He felt lost. He felt alone. But with every difficult step he took, something incredible started to happen. Something was changing inside him. He wasn't just moving forward on a path, he was growing. With every challenge he overcame, he became a little stronger. With every fear he faced, he became a little braver. And then one day, he stopped and looked back over his shoulder. He saw the starting point of the path far in the distance, shrouded in the same fog he had once been so afraid of. And he realized that the fear that had once held him prisoner, the fear that had dictated his life for so long, no longer had any power over him. It was just a distant echo. He learned the most important lesson of all: growth doesn't come from making perfect choices. It comes from making brave ones. It comes from choosing to move forward even when you're scared to death. Life will always present you with these two paths. Every day, in 100 different ways. You'll see the path that feels easy right now, the one that offers instant gratification and comfort. And you'll see the other path, the one that's harder now but builds the future you truly desire. So the real question isn't which path is safer, or which path is easier. The real question you have to ask yourself is this: who do I want to become? Because your choices will shape your answer. If you're standing at a crossroads right now, feeling torn between what's comfortable and what's necessary for your growth, please remember this: choosing growth will cost you your comfort. It will. But choosing comfort will ultimately cost you your future. It will cost you the person you could have become. So grow. Grow slowly if you must. Grow painfully. Grow quietly, when no one is watching or cheering you on. Whatever you do, just don't stop growing. If this story resonated with you, if it touched your heart, consider sharing it with someone you know who might be at their own crossroads today. Your simple choice to share might just be the encouragement they need to choose growth. Thank you for watching.